think everyone needs a mentor at some point in their lives, and that is certainly true with anyone who is trying to reinvent themselves. But what about a virtual mentor? Welcome to Reinventing You, where I'm going on a reinventing journey, and I invite you to come with me. If you would subscribe today, then you won't miss a moment. I post on Tuesdays and Sundays in the afternoon, and I can't wait for you to join this tribe. I don't know about you, but I need a mentor. I've talked a little bit about having a coach, but a mentor is somebody a little different. While a coach is going to walk through the whole experience with you, keep you accountable, and provide some direction and some goals to set and that kind of thing, a mentor is someone that you might have a little bit of contact with, but mainly you're going to be observing and looking at their own career or their own life or things that they have done that you really want to do well at as well. Now you have to understand that I am looking anywhere and everywhere for anything, a title, a YouTube video, a blog, a vlog, you name it. I'm looking for reinventing. And so I came across a book by Dorie Clark, and it's called Reinventing You. But Dorie Clark talks about mentoring in her book, and one of the things that I really liked was her process of getting a mentor and what a mentor does. A mentor is someone who has some knowledge, experience, or success in the area that you are looking to reinvent yourself within. And that person is someone that you would like to emulate. A mentor is someone you admire and someone you think you can learn something from. Now, having a mentor is going to be intentional on your part. Unlike a coach that you pay for their time, a mentor is someone that you have to reach out to and you have to basically convince that they want to take some time to spend with you. A mentor is also someone who has the potential to raise you up to the next level. And sometimes that means you might be mentored so that you are above them in whatever field or area or life experience, so that when you are learning from somebody else, whether their success or their mistakes, then you're going to apply that to your own life, and hopefully that will lead you to greater things than the person who is mentoring you. So what about having a virtual mentor? Maybe you don't live in a big city, or maybe there's nobody in your area that you can find that really is doing what you want to do. So how do you go about finding a virtual mentor? Well, it's as close as your computer or your phone or your TV. A virtual mentor is somebody who has a YouTube channel, they blog, they have a podcast, they may even have a cable network show. But just like a real face-to-face mentor, this has got to be a person who is successful in the area that you are considering. And it's got to be somebody you respect or admire. There are some people out there that may have reinvented their lives, but I'm not exactly jumping on their bandwagon, because when I see their videos or read their material, they just don't seem very sincere, or they feel like they're just out to make lots of money. And that really is a huge turnoff to me, especially when I've dealt with my own struggles with being inauthentic in my life. I need somebody else who's being authentic in theirs. So you're probably not going to have a face-to-face relationship with a virtual mentor. There could be exceptions to this. Perhaps your mentor has a following and they do a workshop or class, or they offer some kind of coaching opportunity where you can pay to have them mentor you one-on-one. And that leads me to the next thing. Whether it's a real-time mentor or a virtual mentor, you always need to reach out to them. So if you have a virtual mentor, it's good to contact them. A lot of people that have vlogs or blogs or even podcasts will have a website or an email address or even a physical address. You might write them and say, hey, can I take 30 minutes of your time, or would you mind answering a few questions? You need to emphasize the fact this is for your personal use. You're not going to take their information and publish it in a book. You're not going to take what they've done, their life story, and use it as part of your own YouTube channel. What you're doing is trying to get some information that's going to help you in your own experience. Now, the good thing, especially a lot of podcasts and bloggers and vloggers, is they are willing to share what they have learned, whether it's some expertise or life situation or even maybe how to make money on whatever social media, whatever it is, a lot of times they are willing to share, especially to a wide audience. So you can also ask, I know you've never answered this question, or maybe even say, would you mind doing a podcast on this issue? And a lot of times they like that. They like to have some kind of input like that. Whatever they've done, find out where they've been and where they have published or spoken. Maybe you could find a workshop in your area, or even a couple of towns over, where they're doing maybe a part of the workshop, or maybe even if they're an author, maybe they're signing books, and you could go, even first 5 seconds, just say, hey, I'm going to be at your writing workshop on such and such a date. Would it be possible for you to spend just a few minutes to answer a couple of questions? The main thing is to find time that you have to spend some time with them and learn from them. Learn from their successes and their mistakes. Find out their life experiences and how it compares to yours, and see what wisdom they can provide on your own reinventing journey. And most of all, don't forget to thank them. Send them a letter. If most people even on the internet do have a real live address, send them a thank you note. I know it's old-fashioned, but let me tell you, it goes a long way. People really appreciate it. Make a comment on their YouTube channel. Say, hey, I really liked when you said this on your channel, and I really appreciate you answering my questions in person as well. How about you? Have you ever needed a mentor or anything in your life? Just make a comment below and let me know what kind of mentors that you have had. If you had an experience with a virtual mentor, I'd appreciate you commenting below. As always, please subscribe so you don't miss out on a moment. And I am so glad that you have joined me today on this reinventing journey. My name is Amelia Sims. Have a great one.